Okay, hi everybody. This is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and we're starting about a minute early. We've got still got some folks coming on, and I just want to say hi to Maria, Elaine, Karen, and Sandra. That's on. Thank you so much for joining. And I've not started the recording. I think the recording's going. Oh, of course it is. But we're going to give everybody just another minute to come on and get situated. I do want to mention, and I've shared this before. Let me see if I can find the forms page. I do have a Google form that when you registered, it showed there. And even if I were to share this link, it would not necessarily show in the chat box correctly. But I do have a Google form where you can type me a question. I have this in the TOC Money Mindset Mastery group, and the link is in like the registration. And when you got the confirmation email, you'll see this, forms.gle / blah, 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 all those letters. You'll see that, and you'll have to copy and paste that into your browser. And this is a great way to make sure I get questions answered. And today there was a really great question, and I want to make sure that I answer it today. Okay, so I just wanted to say welcome to everybody, and we're going to do a little group check-in right quick. There we go, and make sure that we're all in the, there we go. Hey everybody, welcome. And oh, we get to see Sandy. Hi, Sandy's back there working. We got Cassandra and Sue, and there's Richard, and hey Karen, and we got Elaine. And we're gonna do a little check-in. Good morning from wet Washington. Yeah. It's wet here today in Texas. Yesterday was beautiful, perfect, like 78-degree weather. We had dinner out on the patio. We played the kids played I'm talking about my 41-year-old daughter kid, right? And her husband and the grandbaby played Farkle. They were so thrilled. And me and the little one went for a walk all over the neighborhood, and we're finding the little broken bird's eggs and just the little things, right? And looking at the flowers and talking about everything. So it was a very sweet night, and then we woke up to a very wet day here, but a very nice time. I want to just check in and see who else is coming on. I see Elaine is here, and hey, Marie, I'm going to answer your questions. Marie Taysom, welcome. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And I want to answer this question first, and then we'll do a check-in, and then we'll go through the go through the one command process. Okay, fair enough. All right, so why am I here? This is not where I wanted to be at all. Okay, so you probably cannot see this, but I'm going to read it to you, and I think what you're seeing is me reading this to you. Okay, but Marie asks this awesome question because, in the form we ask, what are you commanding for? And her answer that she put in the thing was multiple things, every area really, relationships, income, wealth mindset, health improvement, spiritual mastery, living free, but I have a primary goal of achieving manifesting mastery to support all the others. So manifesting money, right? But also other things to be able to say, hey, here's, this is what I want, this is what I need, and just to be able to confidently move forward as if it were already so, and to see the results coming back in, right? I love living in the state called flow, and I think I actually have more fun with that state for me personally rather than the state called accumulating wealth. So I'm willing to become a master of both at this point. And but when I'm thinking about being in flow, an example would be, oh, you know, I'd like to do A, B, or C. And then a phone call comes in, or I'm in a conversation with someone and they mention it to me. And so already there's some kind of intention going out into the world, and I'm getting an immediate feedback. Um, I have had more than once where a little extra money would come in and then the expense would immediately come in to meet it. Now, a lot of people would say, oh no, that's terrible. Why is it every time I get money, it goes away? Well, that's a judgment. The way to look at that is, wow, the money I need arrives in advance of anything that I encounter. And that's the way to start allowing yourself to start getting to flow and to start meeting the world in a more positive way, in a more positive state of expectancy. You just start walking around expecting that things will work out. Okay. I don't know how many dinners I've been at. One in particular comes to mind that I had gone to dinner with a friend and her teenage daughter, and had gotten invited, but I was expecting to go Dutch treat, right? And got there, and something happened with her debit card. And she was so embarrassed because she said, well, I actually did not come here for you to pay for dinner, Catherine. I was actually, really excited about working with you and wanted to say thank you and buy you dinner. And I go, no worries. This dinner is taken care of right now. And then just then I got a ding on my phone alerting me about a PayPal payment that was literally the exact amount of what dinner was. Not like 42 cents, but if it was like, I think the bill was something like $49.52 and $50 came in, right? That's pretty good, wouldn't you say? And so I'm just meeting it and greeting it in confidence, knowing that it is met. But how do we get this mind quieted down? And so I want to return back to the question. So she had several questions, and I'm wondering how to do stacked commands and when it's appropriate to use them. Since I have so many things I'm working with, it feels like being able to address several strands of a theme at once, it would be useful and quicker. So if you know about stacked commands, I have a feeling we'll check in with you in a minute. On, it seems like, oh yeah, we could just like run all of that out. I'm also very interested in how to address the blocks that are preventing and slowing manifestation with any given topic. For example, conditioning, judgment, disapproval from others, and whether it's better to command to the positive rather than to the negative formation of a statement. Like, I don't know how to receive approval from versus I don't know how I stop receiving disapproval. Okay, does it matter? And it might be useful to command both directions all the way around. Even I love your beautiful beta brain. Thank you for all of those questions. Right, we want to get this right. Hey, Alex, how are you? And hi, Nash. And this is a question everyone asks. Now, I did do a special video in the, I must have been tuning into you, but I did a special video yesterday on, hey, how can we manifest faster? And the key is your state of being. So the question that we ask is, like, whatever it is that you want to create. Right now, you've got all these areas of your life that you want to change. And then what do you want on the other side of it, right? And we always think, well, on the other side of it, I want money. On the other side, I want to be bringing in 100,000 a month or 100,000 an hour or whatever. I want to live in a big, beautiful place. I want the person of my dreams. I want to, a rockin' bod and a brilliant brain. And I want everybody to see it, know it, invite me places so I can display my brilliance, right? Of course you do. Right? Of course you do. But we got to tune in to why and what will you be able to have, be, or do as a result. What will you be able to have, be, or do? And the secret in there is to be. Because the reason you want all of that is usually for safety and security. It comes down to that, so that you are safe and secure, the most primal need, so that you can relax, right? And know that your needs are going to be met. So, safety and security. But sometimes we could call that flow. Like, I love the state of flow. I love this state of being in joy and curiosity, right? I love those states of being. And yesterday I used the example of joy, okay? But on the other side of that, what will you be able to have, be, or do, okay? So focus on the state of being. How are you going to feel once all of that is resolved? How will you know? What's going to be the evidence? Okay. So it helps to come back to your feeling state. And in the video, I did talk about that some. And it helps to create contrast before and after. So now, how do we create contrast? Well, we notice where we are now. And then we think about where we want to be, and we're noticing if there's any tension or upset in the body, if there's any discomfort, any pressure, or we might just feel blank. We're noticing our state, okay? And the other thing is we can't really know our consciousness or what our belief system is. We have some stories and explanations around that. We have some ways that we defend it, but the only way we can really truly know what our beliefs are based on the evidence that we're examining in our own lives, right? So if you believe that you have the power to be wealthy by your command, yet you're living a poverty life, your belief is that you have to live a poverty life, okay? That's all you're capable of, or on some level that may be what you deserve, or it's your conditioning. So look at what you're experiencing now and where you want to be and what would be the evidence, and we start with the feelings, okay? So just tuning into that, because the reason we want to tune into emotions is something either feels right or it doesn't. And if we're in the habit of doing certain things the wrong way, the right thing will feel wrong, right? We'll go like, oh, I can't believe these people are calling me and they're asking me to speak, and they want to know how much I charge, and they want to know about my programs, and I don't know. It feels weird, and I don't want to ask for too much, and I don't want to, I don't want them to think I just want the money. They're saying we would like to give you money. How much do you want, right? So that question's already gone. But it feels wrong, okay? Another example I used to give is I used to have this friend I would go visit in Seattle, and every time I would go to her house, I'd have to go the wrong direction first. For some reason, I would turn down and I'd go, this is not the way. And then I'd see the one marker and I'd go, oh, there it is. That's the place I turned back. And I realized I never made the decision in advance to remember the right way. It was like, we're talking 4 or 5 times, and we're in the dark, and I'm looking for, if you've ever been in the city looking for a little teeny unmarked apartment building, or a business, you know exactly what that feeling is, right? And you're in a strange place, and you're just trying to hurry, and the other pressures. And when I realized I had not made the decision in advance to do it the right way, I was like, oh, and to remember, I do this, 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 and then I wrote it down. These are my steps. I had to condition myself to do it the right way because I was in the habit of getting lost first. That had become my habit. So we have to be aware of what we're experiencing and our current habit of thought, and not that we're in a habit of struggle, okay? Instead of, if we got to get there, it's always over there. So let's make a decision to have a new way of thinking. Now, we don't know how to have a new way of thinking. We may not even know what the right level of thinking is consciously, but there's a part of us that knows. And when we go up into theta, that greater intelligence connects us to open potential and this greater conscious field. Look at, I love my hand puppets here. I'm gonna have to get a bigger screen. but this greater field of consciousness where all knowledge exists, and anyone who's ever figured it out knows. We're in connection to our higher, greater self that knows what we need in order to accomplish our mission on the planet. So why don't we let go of the idea of not knowing and simply align to and allow the part of us that does know to bring the answer in, okay? Now, all of this is answering your question, so just stick with me, okay? So we're going to go ahead and allow ourselves to be in a state of not knowing and not judging, even though we want to change and even though what we're experiencing no longer works for us. We can say, I don't like this, I'm done with this, but we do not judge or get angry with ourselves, because up until now, you've done everything that was possible that you were aware of and that you were able to do. And it was all necessary to bring you to a new decision point. I don't know where my phone is. It's somewhere over here, so I don't know who that is. Okay, but it's everything that it took to bring you to a new decision point or to prepare you. Okay, could we just go ahead and like get rid of resentment and regret and the story about everything that was taken away from us, because we brought people into our lives to recreate our programs and to work them out, and to, we're trying to work out our healing, and they were part of that journey. Okay, and so it's so liberating to be able to detach from that and just go, everybody's just trying to figure their stuff out. And even, we're going to hurt each other. We are. And, I was thinking the other day about some things, and just in talking to my dad, and I was like, it was really hard to kind of look back through this new lens of loving and acceptance, and then like, okay, the responsibility and what I'm creating, and to go, wow, all this, there was so many years I thought I was a victim, and I can now see all the times that I was a jerk or selfish or resistant. I could see how I created certain situations that were painful for me and painful for other people. And it, and I got to feel the pain of that for a moment. And I think that's important, but the past is not going to tell me about the future. If something from your past is arriving, what it's doing is says, how do I integrate this belief, or how do we release it? What needs to happen here? 99% of the time, it's a release. Okay? I don't know how to release that idea of myself. I don't know how to forgive. I only know it's forgiven, right? I only know I am forgiven and I forgive them. And between now and this idea, I always like to put it in peace and love. So now between me and the people that were involved here, let there only be love. I only want there to be peace between us. Okay, that's what I want. So we start with state of being. We notice where we are, how we're experiencing it, and we're taking 100% responsibility, right? We're focusing on that. And this is all off the cuff, and I hope this is making sense. Are y'all with me so far? Is this helpful? Okay, good. All right. So we have this idea about stacking commands, and I want to first explain what a stacking command is, and then kind of like, well, how would we use that, and how can we use it in different ways? And there's a stacking command is where we kind of start putting in some conditions. And a lot of times we'll have this idea about, I don't know how I'm generating $10,000 a week income or more. I only know I do now, and I am fulfilled. Then your brain goes, but I don't want to have to do it selling MLM. Great. I don't know how. I have a way that is an integrity with my way of doing business arrives. I only know I am easily generating $10,000 a month or more. And then your brain goes, well, that sounds cool, but we don't know how. Do we have to learn the computer, or we don't know anything about business? Well, I don't know how, the way for me to generate $10,000 a month, a week or more. It happens. I only know I have $10,000 in my bank account now, right? So what's happening is, as you're making the command, you're meeting the part of your brain that has questions and concerns, right? And this will happen sometimes, like you'll make the command, your eyes are up, I tell you to relax, expand to an idea even greater, and then these little questions come in. And that is what we address those as concerns, okay? Not as problems, but sometimes it's just for clarifying. But it's so that right conditions arrive. But the thing is, if we get so in so much control and we have to create this narrow little channel for it to arrive, the brain gets confused. Remember, in the subconscious mind, we are dealing with a part of your brain that is like a very intelligent 3-year-old. It's literal. Like, I'm dealing with 4-year-old Carolyn right now, and she borrowed my tablet, and she had her tablet and was brush her hair, and I'm like, put your tablet down. She said, "This is not my tablet, Nana. This is your tablet." Like that. Okay, it's a tablet in your hand. I just, put it down. To me, I put it down. You got it. It's yours right now. Put it down. That brain went, nope, 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 nope. This is not it. I'm sorry, I got myself tickled and I choked a little bit. So what it is, it's literal. It wants to be able to do it. And then it needs to be kind of specific. So if you were to tell a 3-year-old, it's like, please go forth and bring to me an incredible state of flow that allows me to go easily and effortlessly from my good to good to good. And they will not know what to do. Let me tell you, as an adult, go make that happen right now. And you would spin yourself in circles and you'd sit down and start asking 1,000 questions, right? So that state of being is something that you become aware of, right? So I'm going to live in flow, and I want it to be easy to think of what I want. I want to be able to get the solution, right? So you can just kind of throw all of that up and just go, I don't know how the right solution arrives. I only know I have the right solution right now. Okay. And so what I'm demonstrating is you're having a new conversation with yourself. You're not opposing it, but you're shutting it down and coming back to the question, like, am I commanding for something negative or positive? You're commanding for the clear outcome you desire. Okay. So I don't know how people stop disrespecting me and start treating me with respect. That is oppositional. That is a lower vibration. So I don't know how I am naturally living from a state of respect, of giving and receiving respect. I only know I command respect now, and I am fulfilled. Respect is not deference, blind obedience. It is not that, right? We're working this out together. We're equals. I see you as a human. I'm a human. And together we're going to do this. We have positions, authority, that type of stuff. But I mean, it's mutual. We understand the role that each playing. We understand the importance that each person has. That's respect. Okay. All right. So we want to have this, hey, between right doing and wrong doing, there's a field. I'll meet you there. And this is the space we want to meet, in this quantum field with people. Okay. So when we do the one command, and we've talked about the state of being, and we've made this decision to have a shift, and then we said, well, I don't know exactly how. We have a clue, right? But I think it's really powerful, like I said, to say, well, I don't know how I make a quantum leap in my thinking. I don't know how to go to a new level of thinking. And if you go, well, I don't know quite what that would be or what that would look like, a really great place that we talk about all the time is power versus force, and that David Hawkins model, and you can literally type in power versus force model and it pulls up the chart, and it will start kind of giving you a clue of what those levels of thinking are. Okay, so you know, the idea is to come out of survival thinking, even beyond thriving thinking, into being a transformational thinker, right? That you have the ability to take what's at hand and make it something greater, and that whatever you desire serves a greater good in its fulfillment. I want to speak about that for a moment, just briefly. The reason that that piece comes in on serving a greater good in its fulfillment is it literally activates a new portion of your brain that is like it's evolutionary, right? And it's aspirational, and it's linking these two different parts of our brain, and it starts turning on new, it's kind of like we had these dormant skills and abilities, and the ability to interpret from our environment, we're able to start getting information from more sources, and it starts to kind of transform it and reconfigure it. Then as we do that, we start being able to create a change and have an impact on our environment, and our environment literally starts shifting around us. I don't know how many times I've had things appear and disappear through my state shift. Like when I get frustrated and angry, I can't, it's gone. I mean, it was literally here. I had it. Where did it go? Wait a minute. I don't know how it's here. I only know it's here, and things appear. I'm going, okay, my little gremlins, I love you so much, but we're coming into these different dimensions with ourselves. So making the decision of what the outcome is, what would it look like? And then how, you know, the way that you would know is how you feel, right? So that's why it's so important on the states of being. Okay, so we're going to have this new conversation. So I want to talk about speaking negatively for a second, and how to use your negative talk for a greater good, and so that you can flip the energy. And sometimes we are angry and frustrated. Sometimes we're afraid. We're scattered or scared or anxious, and go, oh, I don't know how to get that settled down. And then our reaction is very often to make ourselves wrong for the way we're feeling. But the way you're feeling is trying to communicate to you that there is a need that must be addressed. There's an unmet need that must be addressed now. Okay, so don't go, oh, why am I always like this? What's wrong with my head? Why do I, that is not going to help you. Okay, as someone, and you guys know me, and you know that I've found out I probably have always had it to some degree, but I have a thyroid disorder that causes me to have anxiety like I never had before. And then sometimes when the body tries to balance, it throws it into depression. Okay. And then if I'm overloaded and I'm trying to do too much, those feelings will arrive. And what I've learned in just being present to them, giving myself a moment and going, oh, wow, I didn't realize I was doing that. One, I'm coming in the position of being an observer of my emotions. And I talk about this in the video I did yesterday, noticing what the symptoms are, and then being present and said, well, what do I need? And then I command on what I need. So if I feel anxious, I need to feel peaceful. I don't know how I am peaceful. I only know I am now. And I just keep meeting it, and I just start noticing, and I start allowing whatever comes in. But let's say I can't get it settled down. Let's say my mind is rolling. It got away from me, and I'm in my bad behavior. I'm frustrated, and I'm cussing, and I'm mad, and I know I don't want to stay this way. Okay, so every stupid thing. So here's how I'm going to go on a riff. Okay, and watch how I do this. So I'm acting. Okay, don't get triggered. I'm acting, everybody. All right. This is so stupid. Why is it always like this? I just hate that it's like this. It's like this every stupid time, and I don't know why. I rub my eyes up, and I don't know why it's like this every single time. I only know that I command for it to be transformed now. I don't know how to change it. I don't even know if I want to change it. I'm sick of this. I only know that a greater solution is arriving now. I don't know how I stop resisting and screwing up, because I've always screwed up. I'm just a big, stupid screw up. I only know that I make the decision now to step into the truth of my mastery and to live from that now. And I am fulfilled. I don't know how to be a master. I don't know what it looks like to be a master. I only want to be taken care of right now. I only know I am loved and cared for now, and I am free to be a master now, and I am fulfilled. I don't know how that greater part of me arrives and steps forward in me. I only know I am stepping forward in the truth of my greatness now, and I am fulfilled. I don't know how. I am aligned to the work I am doing, and the work I am doing aligns to me. I only know that all things are working together for my good and aligning to me as a conscious creator now. And I am fulfilled. And I'm just going to stay with this until I run out of ideas. And if you notice, I'm kind of creating opposites, right? I'm creating contrast. I'm always bringing in what it is I want. And I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how to focus on the right things and to let everything else go. I only know I am focused on the right thing right now, and I am fulfilled. Now my eyes relaxing. I'm just letting that expand through. I'm just going to let myself come back down into my body. I don't know how, and then I might tune into my body. I don't know how I'm allowing this new state of being to arrive. I only know it is here now, and I am welcoming it now, and I am fulfilled. I don't know how. I love what I'm doing. I don't know how. This task is completed quickly and efficiently, or a greater solution arrives. I only know the right solution is right here, right now, and it's all right. There we go. Did you feel that journey? Anybody else ever go on one of those and then you want to go slam and yell and vent, right? Isn't that more powerful? And what we're doing is we're actually completing a cycle. And we just keep meeting it with a new decision point and commanding. I don't know how. I only know. I don't know how. I only know. And then if you noticed, even what happened when you heard me say, I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how. And then we're just in that greater space, and then the knowing starts coming in. Are we getting goosebumps? Feels so good. So is this helpful? Is this making sense? I feel like I've kind of gone on a run with you guys, but on meeting that, I'm going to see if she's Marie. Marie, I'm going to unmute you right now. Welcome. Are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Hi, honey. Was that helpful? Did
Really
that
helpful,
help? Okay, cool. And this is recorded. Is this your first time to join us?
It is, yes.
Thank you so much. Now, are you already familiar with the one command?
Yes, I've been reading the primer, the book.
Okay.
And been really going for it for about a week. So
fantastic. Be sure. Have you joined the Facebook group yet?
Your one, yes.
Okay, great. All right, welcome. And where in the world are you?
I'm in the UK.
Okay, fantastic. We are starting to have more folks in the UK. Hi, Hannah. How are you? Coming on board, and so I'm just going to mute everybody, and just so that we can all say welcome. Welcome, welcome to the group. Hello.
Hi,
Welcome,
welcome.
everyone. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
Thank you. All righty. So, and I see Hannah made it. I'm so happy you're with us. And we got Maria and Shama came on. So thank you so much. All right, I want to just throw it up if there's any questions about what I just explained, if that feels complete to you. And since we're going to be a little closer on time, I'm just going to have you hold your intention of what it is that you want to create today. Okay, but does anybody have any questions for me about any of that role I went on there? Okay, so I think the key is really being clear on that outcome and how it would feel, how you would know, right? And not arguing with what you've created so far, and start agreeing with your greater good, right? Okay. So let me go ahead and go back to screen share. Do. Let me check into chat right quick. I see something coming in. Great programming and dropping in your greatness. Thank you, Alex. There we go. Hey guys, I want to make sure that we say hi to Alex before we go. Alex, one quick second here. Let me get on here. We go to the group thing. Up, Alex Wren. How are you doing? Let me try and unmute you. There we go. Oh.
Hi there. Can you hear
Hey
me?
guys, I can hear you. Guys, this is Alex. Now, Alex, besides being the most wonderful person on the planet, I honestly, I just have to say that.
Oh, thank
Because
you,
we just
Catherine.
love him so much. Alex was with Asar and I right at the very beginning of the One
Yes.
Command journey, like literally from take care of the house when Asara was like, I think
Writing
you
the
were like
book.
right there when she was like, yeah, there's writing the book, but it was still like formatting. We're talking about it. She'd had a couple of classes and, hey, by the way, come take care of the house and here's this stuff we're doing. And then playing with us and being in there. And, we're all working like maniacs. But, Alex is really instrumental in
Great
helping
time.
helping to create the space for us and helping us with the technical. And Alex and I laugh all the time because me and him, not in addition to our regular duties, we were part of the cleanup and packing up crew go get food and run the million errands and everything. But Alex is now in Seattle. And what do you do for work, Alex?
Well, before, well, I'm an educator in the drama tech theater world at the high school level and other, down to middle school and up to college level. I teach people about technology in the theater and film world, and then plugging into this kind of practice to help people really, build in their greatness even more and more. So being able to really, coach people through, fine tuning that and using this practice, and then also nutritional coaching to be able to really help people really define that in themselves as well, for what's right with them, and spreading that positivity. I feel like that's why I have been put here on this earth, to really just help people fine tune that and have that sense of humor in them, and just I love helping people create that humor and fun inside.
Alex has a gift of delight. Whatever you go do with Alex, there is delight in the doing. It doesn't matter whatever it is. There is always delight and joy, and a lot of laughter, and but also a deeply caring person who has this gift of presence with people. And Alex is trained as a circle leader, and really, I guess he would be an honorary practitioner, because since he, was part of every single class and every single exercise, I'll go ahead and put your hand up. It is so. You're a practitioner. Okay. So, oh my God. So,
yeah, and hearing all the recordings a couple times.
everything. It's recorded into his DNA right now. He can't get away.
Yeah.
But Alex and I have been talking, and I've been feeling a pull that it's time for a second group, and Alex is going to be helping to facilitate groups in the evening. So be sure and stay tuned to that. And just really excited.
Yeah, I'm
about,
super excited about that too. It's going to be fun to be able to reach more in the time that people are available for that. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so I'm thrilled about that. And so just wanted y'all to be able to say hi and get to have the face to the voice that you're going to be hearing. So, all right. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's go for it, guys. All we have to do is figure out how to get our screen to start sharing. There we go. All right, so remembering the basic statement of the one command is, I don't know how I don't know how and then you state what it is you want. I only know it's so now, and I am fulfilled, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you up. I'll make the command, and then you'll have a place to insert that which you desire. And we're already pretty well grounded just from that talk. We're already in a beautiful expanded state. So I just want to connect to you heart to heart, master to master. And as we connect heart to heart, master to master, let there only be love between us. And now let's just connect one to another, heart to heart. And there are people going to be watching this at a time we would call the future, but right now we are connecting to you through all time and space. I want to invite you into this circle. And now I just want to invite you to ground and feel your connection to the earth. Become aware of your body, settle into your hips, and picture, visualize, or imagine that you're like a tree and you have long roots anchoring you to the earth and allowing you to be stabilized and nurtured by the earth, but also by your presence, you are nurturing and providing something greater. And feel that beautiful exchange of energy, and feel that energy starting to come up and nurture and support you as you bring your attention back to your heart and you align to your purpose. You align to that which you wish to create and manifest. And now I just want to invite you to become aware of this pole of light that is your connection directly to source, and roll your eyes up as if you're trying to look up through the top of your head. And the higher you go, the faster you go. And as you picture, visualize, or imagine going up, the higher you go, the lower your brainwave starts to go. And as you're going up, and you find yourself at that beautiful edge of space and this beautiful black void before you. And break through the darkness into the light of pure, open potential. Eyes up. Silently follow along as I make this command and fill in your command. I don't know how and state your command. I only noticed so now, and I am fulfilled. And let that idea go, let that expand out to an idea even greater, that serves more good in its fulfillment, an idea greater than yourself. And let your eyes relax. And in this place, I don't know how, I raise my vibration and come into a higher level of thinking and understanding. I only know that as I come into this higher level of consciousness and thinking, I am manifesting what I desire faster than ever. I only know it so now, and I am fulfilled. And I don't know how to live, move, and breathe from the state of being a master creator and conscious of the truth of my power. I only know I am living, moving, and breathing in the truth of that power and that grace of that power now, and I am fulfilled. And now let's just allow yourself to start to come back down into your body. And what's coming down right behind you is everything that you need in order to receive your command, in order to make it real. And let's just create this state of gratitude and appreciation. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as you start to receive in this new state of being and this new information that is this direct download from source begins to arrive, let it just start to unwind, 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 and let go all the way down to the DNA level. All the old programs, systems, habits, and protocols that were keeping you in a state of lack and struggle and separation. Just let it go. Let it unwind, unwind, unwind. And then as this greater state of being begins to arrive, just allow the new ideas begin to rewind and activate and come alive in every cell and fiber of your being. When you're ready, bring your attention back to your heart. And remember, be ready. The seventh step is inspired action. Be ready for that idea, the inspiration or opportunity, and commit right now to go for it. Oh, I appreciate you guys so much. Woo! Check, we get all of our fingers and toes back. I appreciate you all. I just want to remind you that in the TOC Money Mindset Mastery Group on Fridays through the month of May, I am hosting a, let me see if I have that. Nope, I don't have the slide for that. I'm hosting a coaching corner. It's live on Facebook Live. Just get over to the TOC Money Mindset Mastery Facebook group. That's where I'll be. It is recorded, but you know, the way that it works is so that I can actually answer your questions in live time. Okay. So, Fridays, 1 p.m. Central. I hope you'll join me. And if you have any questions for me and you want to work with me, the easiest way is the email that you got the notice of the call, or message me through the Facebook group, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I am accepting coaching clients, and I do work with people one-on-one, sometimes just on a single issue, but always start with a conversation to find out where you are and what you need, and then we talk about it. If it turns out I think I can be of service to you, then we talk about what that would look like. But people always say they feel better just after having a conversation, and they've got a lot more clarity around their situation. So book some time with me. I'd love to meet with you and find out what your dreams are and how I can be supportive of that. Okay, my loves, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I appreciate you so much. I know that you are busy and there's so much you could be doing. I thank you. And so until next time, this is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and I witness your mastery. Bye-bye, everyone.